Hello everybody, welcome back to Diamond Paintings with Mike, and today we are going to be, very excitingly, going to be doing the number 2 because it was on the desk all the time. However, it was hidden under a tray of drills that are allocated to a different painting. So that, my friends, is why we couldn't find it. But yeah, I'm super excited to get started on this now. Still no update on the K drills at the moment, but we're nowhere near that stage at this moment in time. So it is Saturday, the 9th of August 2025, and it has been a rather busy day today. I have not, well, I've sort of had a good day and a bad day at the same time, because my day was going pretty good until my Hoover, when I do my washing in the laundry, I don't have a laundry basket because I just feel it's something that I don't really need. When I've got like dirty laundry, I pile it up in the corner of my bedroom, and then I do the laundry like once a week, because I tried to do like batches in like perhaps one day, one the next day, and then sometimes I just leave it till the weekend because it's like, you know, it's sort of when I do all my sort of laundry and stuff and the housework and all that. So I was doing my hoovering, and all of a sudden I could smell like what smelled like a rubber burning, and I was like, oh no, please don't say it's the belt. In upright hoovers, you will have a belt that spins the brush round in the bottom of the hoover, and uprights are known for belts that constantly break. That is why you need to make sure if you're hoovering, don't have any sharp objects, any plastic or anything that can attack the belt and cause it to break. So yeah, let me just get all my drills out so that I know what I'm working with here, and then we won't have to keep like swapping and changing the drills. So anyway, I smelt this rubber and I thought, oh my god, please don't be the belt, and it was making like a strange noise, and I thought it's got to be the belt. So I turned the hoover off and looked underneath while turning it on to see if the brush was turning, and the brush wasn't turning, which means that the belt has been snapped. So there I did, I had to undo like 5 different screws to get to the belt, and this has snapped on me, as you can see. So the suction won't suck anything up the hoover. You can use the flexi hose pipe and do it that way, but that's going to take forever because you'll be on your hands and knees trying to hoover everything up with a very small pipe, you know. I mean, it's sort of like that big, but it's not going to be like a 5-minute job. It's going to take ages to do because you've not got the function of the big floor hoover section that's broke. So I spoke to Argos and they said it's under a guarantee, and I said, well, this shouldn't have, you know, snapped already. And I think what's happened is it's got where the t-shirt was, it must have sucked it up and tried to suck up the t-shirt, and that's what's done it. I don't know, but spoke to Argos, and because I've got a guarantee with them, and they said unfortunately you need to speak to the other company, which is called Hoover, because there's a company called Hoover that deal with all the guarantee stuff. And what they can do is they can send you an engineer that will fit it for you, or if the hoover's broke down, they'll try and fix it. But the problem is once that guarantee is used, you can't use it again. So it's like a one-off guarantee. Now, having looked on Amazon, they do sell the belts, but they're like £7.99, but you get 2 in a pack. Now, I've had this hoover for about a month or so, and that's the first time it's done that on me. So yeah, I'm slightly annoyed. And then when I got that hoover, my brother was like, well, I've got your hoover now, the Henry one. And I was like, so you've made me get a hoover to then tell me that you've already got me one. But to be fair, he took like almost 4 years to get me that, and he was like, I was like, well, just keep it then, because I've got it now. Like, I'm not gonna wait forever. Like, if I need something, I need it within a couple of weeks. My brother will make you wait weeks and weeks and weeks. Like, you know, you ask when it's gonna be, and he just can't give you like a straight answer. So I thought, oh, I'll buy it, you know. But this was like a couple of weeks ago that I bought it, so I can replace it quite easily. But the problem is, if it's under guarantee, then do I really want to use the guarantee on this bell, or do I wait for it, you know, do I replace it myself and then wait for you know, something to malfunction like the motor or something? Because I just feel like that wasted on the guarantee is like a waste of a guarantee. So after that year, I mean, under the Consumer Rights Act 2015, your product needs to last a reasonable amount of time. So for example, if you bought a 50p whistle from, I don't know, Poundland or wherever, that wouldn't be classed as reasonable, because it's like a, you know, a cheap crappy toy. But you know, if you bought like an iPhone or something that was, I don't know, £500, then you would expect that to last longer than 12 months. So under the Consumer Rights Guarantee, Consumer Rights Act, you're entitled to either a replacement or a refund. And lots of places will say that you need the box, and you don't. And remember that when you're returning something, it should be of no hassle to you. So they need to deal with that. You shouldn't have to go and post it. They need to arrange the return. It needs to be no hassle to you, you know, and they just need to sort it, really. So yeah, bit peed off really, because I've had to use a smaller fitment. You know, in the video where I showed you, it came with like that little small, it's like a smaller sort of Hoover thing, attachment thing, and it's slightly smaller, and I thought I'll use that. You know, it's not gonna do, I won't gonna sit there with the pipe and just go, ooh, that would take bloody ages. So I used that and managed to do it in just about 15 minutes, which is a bit long, but it's better than if I used the pipe, it would have took a lot longer. So yeah, it sort of annoyed me really, and now I got to pay out for that to be replaced, so not very happy really. So yeah, anyway, I had to go to Tesco, and because I got some vouchers that I used, my custard creams that I got the previous day all come broke. Now, under my statutory rights, I can ask for a replacement, a refund. And they were like, oh yeah, you need to take your packet to the store. And I was like, I don't really want to do that, because sometimes when you return things, they say that you can't return something once it's been opened. And yeah, so that was a bit, wasn't sure what to do on that. And then I went on to WhatsApp, because they can fill a form in their end, and they basically need the batch code to identify where that batch has come from. And they send you, like, if you've got a problem, they'll send you like a Tesco digital card. So you can either have the points returned back, so they'll credit it as points to your club card, or they can either give you like a gift card to the equivalent of that. Now, I'm not sure what we're going to do now, because I feel like this bag has got short drills. That's all we've got left, and we've still got a massive chunk. Don't panic at the moment, because you know, we will have to figure something out. So let's get on to H now. So yeah, I went to Tesco's, and obviously it's movie night. Now, last week on ITV2, they did say that Back to the Future 3 was filming, you know, gonna be on. So I recorded it, but I've just realised my TV went off, because it's on a timer because of standby and that, and it went to standby. And normally when you're watching the TV, it'll come up with a message saying, are you still watching? Press OK within 1 minute, so that it don't turn it off. Now, I've got a feeling it might have found it, because it's turned it off. Back to the Future is quite difficult to get with like Netflix or Prime without having to pay for it. I can't seem to get it up through Netflix, and I can't seem to get it up through Disney Plus. So you've either got to pay for it or try and wait for it to come on to the TV. And Rio 2 last week failed, so they've put it on again this week. So that's going to be recorded. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it's recorded, because I've got a choice tonight for movie night whether to watch Back to the Future 3 or Rio 2. So yeah, I went to Tesco's to use the £2.50 that they gave, because they very kindly gave, the biscuits were 60p, but the agent very kindly gave me an extra bit, and he was like, you can have these on us. So he was quite apologetic and very helpful. So yeah, I wasn't expecting £2.50, but he very kindly quadrupled it. He said, I've quadrupled it so that you can have a few packs on us. And I was like, wow, okay. I've actually complained over an advent calendar before, because if you've ever got the Malteser ones, sometimes they print the reindeers upside down. And back then I didn't really have, I don't think you could email them, but I had to write to Mars, not the planet, the actual company that makes confectionery. But they often want like the batch code, the date of it, where you bought it, the receipt. It's a lot of paperwork. But yeah, I've done crisps. Well, my mum's done crisps before, because she had a lump of plastic in her crisps and she got about a tenner back. So it's worth doing. You know, obviously you need evidence to back what the problem is with the item, but as long as you've got that, you can claim on it, because you have statutory rights. So I mean, I've been shopping for years, but very rarely do statutory thing, you know. But yeah, so I went to Tesco's, got some Battenberg, because I'm getting a bit fed up with keep having donuts now. It's getting a bit boring having the same cake all the time. So I thought, what can I get? Because obviously with the voucher, if it's for £2.50 and you only want to spend £1, you can't. You have to spend the exact amount or slightly over. So I was trying to look for something for £1.50, because that would, you know, use a chunk of it up. Crisps were, they had What's-Its crunchy ones, and I can't stand them, they're too hard. So then I found Buggles, or Bugles, whatever they call them, then Walker's smoky flavour, really nice. And then I found Battenberg for £1.50, and I was like, result, I'm having that, you know. So yeah, I was quite happy with that. I'm gonna put a piece of, put that there, because yeah, that's been put on the wrong way. Yeah, because we're getting a bit stuck to this. So yeah, I ended up getting Battenberg and Bugles, or Buggles, whatever they're called, and went to Sainsbury's, because I originally planned on going to Sainsbury's because it's a lot cheaper than Tesco's, and went in there, got some fairy liquid that I needed, got pizza, because I always have like pizza or a takeaway on movie night, and I fancied pizza, so I got pepperoni. And then I got 2 bottles of lemonade, because they're doing these really cool lemonade. They're quite petite, you know, quite small, but you get a good amount for 55p. So I got a diet and a normal. Then I picked up some Sour Patch Kids, and they were like, I thought these were a bit heavy. They were £2.50, and I was like, yep, you can put them right back there. Considering they're normally like sold for £1.25, I'm not going to pay £2.50, like, you know. So then I ended up, I haven't had chocolate all week, so I've been really, really good. And Saturday is sort of like my drunk day, so that's when I have like all my treats and stuff. And do you think I could find a bar of chocolate for near enough £1.50, or, you know, £1? No. Even Galaxy has gone up to like £2 something. I think it's like £2.09. It's just ludicrous. Absolutely ridiculous. And then right on the bottom of the shelf, I found this Reese's peanut butter bar for £1. And I was like, yeah, I'll have that then. But I'm sure the chocolate is dark chocolate, because when you open it, it doesn't look like it's milk chocolate. It looks like Bournville. And I'm not a big fan of dark chocolate. I can't stand dark chocolate. yeah, I tried to stay away from that. But obviously, if you're constipated, that's the best chocolate to have. Because don't it have like laxatives in it? There's something about chocolate that makes you just like poop. So yeah. And then what else did I get? Battenberg pizza, Fairy Liquid and 2 lemonade. I think that was it. So came back, I can't just get on with like diamond painting. I have to have like an hour sort of rest when I get in. So I was watching the news, playing Just Play, got a good one today, 63p, so that was pretty good. And obviously with Temu giving me daily offers, I'm going to be allocating that to Temu. So yeah, and then sort of like got on with a bit of catch up on YouTube, because I totally forgot to upload the video I recorded last night, so I had to wait for that to be done. And I thought, well, I'll stick on a video and try and get that done. Tidied up a bit more of the bedroom and done a bit of sorting some stuff out, and then I'm now diamond painting. So yeah, okay, lovely. So I think we're just now working on sort of like the edge of the neck going into the mane now. So we've now got 2 colours that I can't understand why I've got hardly no Ds, but that silver colour, to be fair, I've got so many kits with that colour in, I could pinch it from there and replace it at a later date. Because remember, if you're going to pinch it from a brand new painting, you've got to have a pack to replace that painting. So just try to not take too much, because you're going to be in a bit of an issue. So yeah, and then apparently Ted is over, which I thought, why is he over now? Because he came over last week, which was quite interesting, because we had him for near enough the whole week. But apparently it's his week this week, because it's every other week. So I was like, oh, you know, I've already planned what I'm doing today, and that's doing my housework and stuff. So yeah, I don't really like, I try to visit, but then I just think it's so stressful. Like, everyone gets very stressed when they're there, and I do feel bad for like not visiting, but I've got so stuck into like doing my diamond painting, watching my movies, doing my housework on a Saturday, that I just can't be bothered to go over. So like relaxing, you know, so calming, not having like all like the shouting and the hollering and the arguing, and oh man, no. So yeah, because when I used to go over, I just didn't get any housework done, and then by the Monday, if I ain't done it by the Sunday, it gets left till the next week. I don't do housework during the week because I'm working through the week. I get in, I'm tired, I just want to eat and go to bed, and then I just don't have the time, you know, so it's gets left if it's not done. Which reminds me, I need to get some more flash mop wet wipe things that go on the flash mop. You get refills, and it's always funny because when you get the refill box, the box right at the bottom is like full of water, and I think it's to keep the wipes sort of like moist and that. But apparently they now do like drying wipe things, and I have had a trial of them, because when I bought a new mop, it came with 2 of them in. With the speed mops, they give you like a few wet cloths in with the mop. I was supposed to test it out, and I wonder if that's actually gone on Dragon's Den, because some of the things that go on Dragon's Den you actually see in the shops, but I don't know. But I've tried them dry wipes and they're not very good. I tend to let it just dry naturally. So I'll, like, once I've mopped my floors, I'll just open the window and let the air dry it, you know. So how the hell have we got on to cleaning? So yeah, after this I was like, should I watch the film now or do a bit of this? And you know what my heart says? Do a bit of painting. So that's what I was doing. And I'm very pleased to announce, guys, I think the other colour we were missing was that number 1 drill, weren't it? So I've actually found that now, which is this marmalade sort of colour. So yeah, it means I can get a bit more done of this. I've been working on a painting that I just recently got from Temu, and it's got these special drills on it as well, and it's a 20x20, which is quite strange because you don't normally get 20x20s in the specials. So when it comes up, it comes up. And I've ordered my first Halloween painting yet. All I keep seeing on Temu is Halloween and Christmas, and a few of the creators I watch have started getting Halloween as well. But I have that discount card, so this item was like, it's a 30x30 and it's got special drills, which I always say special, but I mean like the colourful ones like this. And it was £2.11. They knocked it down to 80p with this discount thing. Now, a couple of my creators have been saying that they're not getting the discount. I reckon what it is it's selected customers. You know, it's very sort of random, so you just have to, I didn't even, as I said, I didn't even know I had it until I went into the messages and it said, oh, you've got a discount. But it is capped to 1 per day, because when I tried to do another one like straight after it, it wouldn't let me do it. And I always recommend, if you've got that discount card and it, you know, becomes available to you, try to aim for the higher price item. So if it's like, I don't know, a tenner, you're going to get a massive chunk off that. So try to get, like, if it's a small amount, you're not going to get much discount. So yeah, definitely do that. So yeah, I think my heart's set with Rio, so I'll probably watch Rio. Yeah. Now we're going to do this for about 45 minutes today, because I've got a few videos that I need to stitch together, because the last stage of the parrot, oh my god, like, it just really messed up, and I've got to somehow stitch the 2 videos together. So, which is quite difficult when you've got like such a long video. So let's get some more wax. Just gonna go and get my lemonade because I forgot to get my refreshment. I'll be back. Hello. So these, why did I do that? These are the little lemonade bottles you get. So you see they're quite small, and I quite like that. 55p, bargain. Oh, it's so nice to have a fizzy drink. Well, we've nearly done all the neck. We've got a few bits there, but we're now doing a bit of the mane here now. So now, very important, I'll try to remember on the live that I do on the 17th, but you might see this video before then. I'm bringing back daily videos Monday to Sunday, because when I've looked at trying to do it every other day, we're not going to get anything completed. And I think we've tried that before and it's not worked out, so we're going to have to go back to daily videos, because you're probably only going to get 3 sessions, and that's like a week used already, so it's not going to work. So we're going to have to just keep doing it daily, which means I won't get a break, but never mind. We love it, really. So you know, I can't win with this fan. I put it on, I feel like I get a headache, I feel ill, but then I don't put it on and it's like an oven. And I've even got like the windows open today. It's just like not cooling down. Roll on winter, people, roll on winter. I much prefer the winter. Whoops. Right. I can actually feel like I'm getting a headache now, but I'm not hungry, it's just like this fan is just yeah. So pleased I found this 2 colour though, because that was another one sort of holding us back. So now I'm assuming this number on this belt is that's the coding for this belt, maybe. So maybe if I put that into Amazon, it will come up with the exact belt. Because remember, you can't just get any belt. You need to make sure that it marries up with your model number. So, I mean, you could glue it if you wanted to, but that's gone. Absolutely gone. Like, yeah, uprights are a lot of maintenance, because it's like if something gets stuck in the brushes, you've got to clean all the brush out, and oh my god, yeah, not very good. But I just didn't want a Henry, because Henrys I find are very hard to push along the floor. Like when you're pushing it, it's, yeah, they're not a very nice hoover in my opinion. Oh yeah. Oh my god, someone on Vintage Air is selling a Michael Jackson diamond painting, and I cannot believe it. It is absolutely gorgeous. So I hope it's still there. I haven't decided whether I want it yet or not. Now I do need to let you know, people, that I have changed the September theme. All I'm going to say at the moment is it's something that we've never done before. So I thought, I did Disney last year, so I'm going to change it this year. I'm not really that big on Disney. So yeah, I'm going to skip this year and bring in something that I recorded almost 3 years ago. I recorded the theme like 3 years, because sometimes I'll record like a theme, but I don't know when it will air. Because I'll say like, right, I'm doing this month, but then I change it. So yeah, it's something that I've never done before, so I thought that is going to make a perfect slot to do. And then obviously October is obviously all to do with Halloween. November is changing, so it will not be fireworks this year. It is something completely different. So yeah. Right. Okay, so we now need our F drill. Fuck. The fuck drill. Oh my god. So whether I'll get another tote bag in the near future, I don't know, because as I said, I have sort of like what's the word I'm looking for? I've sort of like made the decision, no more bags. But when they bring this out, I was like, I've got to have it, because one, all the bags I've done are always like a creamy color, and this is a black bag, which I've never had before. So I had to have a black one as part of the collection. But yeah, if I do get another one, it's got to give me the wow factor, or I'm not going to buy it, because as I say, I don't use bags. So once this is finished, I don't know what would, I mean, I could use it for like hanging up, like storing my paintings in there, like the rolled up ones that are waiting to be done, but I just have no idea for them yet. I mean, my mum like collects all, like, you know, the special bags that you get from like the works, or you know, the ones from Poundlands where they might have dogs on or stuff. She collects all them, but I don't think she'll like use tote bags. We always used to get, she has got tote bags, but we always use like the supermarket bags. So I don't know. Oh. Do you know, for the last 2 days I've been saying I want to start my giraffes and I still ain't done it yet. Just so focused. The problem is when you're so far ahead on a project, for example, this has only got to go down to there. You're so geared into doing that painting first, and you're just seeing the progress almost completed. You're just focused and you're putting all your time into that painting. So that's the problem. I need to sort of balance it better so that we get a bit of everything done. So yeah. So tonight I'm gonna have pepperoni pizza, Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut. I love that song. And then for dessert I'm gonna have my lovely Battenberg with a lovely cup of tea, have some crisps and chocolate, yeah. And then at 10 o'clock when I'm watching the news, a nice big amount of custard creams. I normally have like 7, or like, you know, like a good handful. Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut, you like it, you love it, da, 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 da. Oh Pizza Hut, oh Pizza Hut, Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut. Oh, does anyone remember that song? It was like of these 2 ladies and they used to go, we are the cheeky girls, you are the cheeky boys. Da, 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 da. What's it called? Cheeky girls, is it? Cheeky. Or is it called Finger Dance? The one that goes, whoa, we're going to Ibiza. Whoa, back to the islands. Whoa, we're gonna have a party. Whoa, in the Mediterranean Sea. Do 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 do. La 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 la. Fly away on Bangor Airways. Ta da da. Da 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 da. Whoa. Oh man, I love singing. You gotta sing. And do you ever like you're biting your lip because you want to sing and you're like, oh no, and then it just comes out and you're just like, oh, I gotta sing, sorry, but I can't bite my lip anymore. Like, woo, we've done all the 7. La 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 la. Fly away on Bangor Airways. La la la. I've done it. Do you know I'm 2 hours behind on the Just Play game? That starts at 4 and I've got till midnight to get it all done. But today was a nicer session because I only put like, I think it was like 8 levels. The other night it was like, it felt like there was like 10 different games on that I had to do, so whoopsie. Right, now for this section here I'm just going to go on any colour I want because we're at the last segment now, because it's now going to be the session where I'm de-kitting these and I'm going to be trying to find a painting that we need to kit up. So fly away on Bangor Airways, la la la, away out. Find out very soon what's in the news. Find out today, la 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 la. Charlotte Church used to sing that. She used to sing, what's in the news? Find out today. And I think it was on the Graham Norton show. It was like a joke. So yeah. I'm getting tired. I probably won't do another session because I think Rio's like 2 hours long and I could pause it, but sometimes when you pause a video and then you've gone away from the, like you're perhaps doing housework or what, when you come back to it you feel like you can't get into the story. So for some films, like I can get really into the story, but then other films I just for whatever reason, I just can't feel part of the story. I can't connect to the film, and I just turn it off. I really want to try and get Bridge to Terabithia. Yeah. Fly away, go fly away. For me, oh, we'll have that silver bells, cockle shells. It's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling. Oh my god, I have seen on Temu, yeah, because you know I was telling you about that personalised keyring. Well, there's a Polar Express one now. It's like so good, but this these baubles that I showed you, I'm so getting a personalised one for my tree, like at Christmas time. That's going to be like so cool. I've actually said for the last 4 years I would get like a bigger tree, because I don't have a big tree. I just think it's too much room, so I have one, like, I think it's like a 6-foot one that I put on the desk. So I put on the cabinet in the front room. You don't want nothing too big, you know. Well, I nearly got excited then, because we're nearly finished, and look. I'm gonna have to get some of that lemonade for my mum, because I normally get like, what one is that? That's 1 litre. I normally get the 2 litre off Amazon, but if they're doing that for 55p, and what I like about it is it's nice and compact. So for example, as you can see, it's just so small, it fits in your bag or your rucksack for work, you know, or if you're going out for the day. I just think that's a really good size. So yeah. I'm getting hungry, I keep thinking it's EastEnders, and it's not on today. Oh my god, so funny yesterday. So the dairy phoned me because I had to amend an order, and I totally forgot it was Friday. I keep thinking it's like the weekend. So yeah, it's so funny. Alright, okie dokie. Oi oi, Savaloy. Now I have seen we've got a couple of silvers here, so what I'll do is I'll pluck that off and we'll pop it there, and again pluck it off and pop it there. Well, this is like he's wearing a chain, isn't it? Some sort of like necklace now. So number 1 is Bonita. Thank you very much. Right, let's do this E colour next, because that's another short one we can get dekitted. We're coming to the end of this, guys. It's not fair. Can't believe it. I've had an immense joy doing this zoo theme. I've really enjoyed it, and already we're coming to the end of our second zoo animal of the zebra. I was going to get a zebra in, like, you know, with the Sahara Desert and stuff, not the Sahara, but you know, like the where they sort of like live and stuff, but with that background of like the sand and stuff. But I was like, let's do the bag. So what I'll do is I'll end it after this, because we're at 41. I'm just being careful, because as I say, I've got other videos on here. I don't want it to abruptly cut, and I need to get that video stitched so I can free the room up. But I just don't want to film too much over 45 in case it goes, sorry, your storage just went out. Like, oh my god. Fly away on Airways. I feel like this has been the world's quickest session on Diamond Painting Whip and Chat. It's really don't feel like I've been filming. Like, it feels like I've only been filming for like 10 minutes. It's really weird. But on that note, guys, I'm gonna get it finished. La 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 la. What I'll do is after this, I'll sort that stitch out, and then I'll do a blank test run to make sure we've got enough room on that. But anyway, we'll leave that session there. As you can see, I'm sorry it's a short one this evening, but you know what I'm like, I like to drag it out because we have not got long left on this, and I've really had a blast doing it. I think I need a hyena as well. You get hyenas in the zoo, don't you? But oh my god, oh, it's looking so gorgeous and elegant and beautiful. Bellissimo Italiano. Yes, very beautiful. Beautiful in Italian is bellissimo. So yeah, not long left. Couldn't we have just done that last little chunk? Look, never mind. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, share and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Have a wonderful evening. Ta-ra.